tickets today. They start at just $75. Looking for the latest information on your UTPA Bronx? Then log on to UTPABronx.com. And while you're there, click in on the Bronx Country icon to watch archive episodes of our regionally televised show, Bronx Country. The show airs every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. statewide on the Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. And then you can get all of the latest info from the Bronx basketball teams directly from coaches Dan Hitcher and Larry Tidwell by catching the coaches' shows weekly on 956sports.com. Fans, are you on your
Coming to you live from the UTPA Fieldhouse in the three-time All-American city of Edinburgh, this is Bronx basketball. Tonight, the Bronx host the University of Houston Cougars for the first time since 1987, and just the third time in program history. The Cougars, out of the American Athletic Conference, an offshoot of the Big East, high-powered opponent here at the Fieldhouse for the first time in about 3 years when the Bronx hosted Northwestern out of the Big Ten. The Bronx are coming off of a tough loss to Sam Houston State, 77-73 on Friday. It was a game the Bronx led throughout almost the entire first half, got down by 14 in the second half, came back to within 1 in the final seconds, but unable to complete the rally. Sam Houston State pulls away for the victory. Houston, on the other hand, is coming off of a 76-70 victory over Texas State at home on Friday. So both these teams playing their second game of the season. Coach Hipsher has plenty of thoughts on that. So we are going to send it over to the head coach of the Bronx right now.
Welcome back to Bronx Pregame. It's Coach's Corner. Jonah Goldberg with Bronx head coach Dan Hipsher. Coach, coming off of the season opening loss to Sam Houston State. So what were your thoughts on that game?
Well, I thought overall our effort was good, but our execution wasn't. One of the things I wrote on the board after the game was, that the smart team wins the game, and we made a lot of silly mental errors that gave us or put us in a situation where, we got beat instead of having really a chance to win by 8 to 10 points.
So do you look at it and say, well, gosh, if we can cut down on those errors, we could be a really good team?
Yeah, it's all about that. And, Jonah, many times it's not just the talent out there that wins. We're not a great passing team. We're not a great shooting team. We're not a very big team. But we can give ourselves a chance to be successful each and every night if we can make the right choices and decisions. And then with that, I think we'll get better shot selection and better opportunities.
One guy who was able to find some offense was Shaquille Boga. I think he was 7 of 13 or 7 of 15 from the field and scored a career-high 17 points.
Yeah, he did a good job getting to the basket and getting himself in a rhythm of play. The difficult problem was 0 assists, 5 turnovers for him. So, and he understands that. He knows he made some silly mistakes that put him in jeopardy. But, at least he went out and played aggressively.
In your offense, starting with, is the point guard the one you expect to be picking up the most assists, or is it going to often be on that second pass?
Yeah, your desire many times is for guards to play to a 1.5 or 2-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio, and you figure your forwards and centers you would hope would get around 1-to-1. We didn't accomplish any of those attributes the other night, but you would expect guards, of course, to have a few more assists than bigs, but within that, it's if you don't have any assists, then let's not have any turnovers.
Shaquille Hines goes out, and he tied his career high with 10 points and grabbed career high 7 rebounds.
Shaquille has done a great job on the backboard for us, and he's an important part of that. He's our one consistent rebounder, and but offensively he did not play as he has been playing. He was nervous, probably selected a couple shots he didn't need to, and we got to get him to the free throw line a little more. He got there and didn't convert those either, so he's just got to play through the jitters. He's just a sophomore.
Alex Majewski, first career game, 2 for 3 from the field. What did you think?
Alex shot a high percentage in high school, and it's amazing how that transcends on into college. Guys that shoot a good percentage tend to continue shooting good percentages. And when Alex takes good shots, He's going to make shots, and he did a good job. He's just got to shore up a few things offensively, or defensively. But he's a good player and doing a good job for us as a young kid.
What's practice been like these last 2 days?
Well, we came back and tried to shore up some of the problems we had offensively the first day, and then cover some of Houston without beating the kids up. You know, they played a long, tough game on Friday night, but trying to put some time in again just to clean it up and give kids a chance to be successful in what they can do. That's what we're trying to do right now, is put kids in a position where they can be successful. And then yesterday, a lot was preparing for Houston.
This Houston game, it's one of the biggest home games UTPA's had in some time. It's been about 3 years since they hosted Northwestern, and then you could argue this is an even bigger game, so you start to go back further. And do you talk to your team at all in trying to lower how big this game is?
Well, I think they understand. You know, it's an in-state big game, a team that's played on the national level, and what's going on in a game. What I'm trying to do is we had the other night, I'm trying to not talk a lot about it because I thought that was part of our problem the other night. And, you know, we try to talk to the kids all the time about possession by possession, consistency of performance, taking care of your job, doing the right thing, and get them a little more on an even keel so they become a little more consistent. And that tends to work either home or away. But they understand the significance of the game.
What can you tell us about the Cougars?
Very explosive offensive team. Really transition well. Got to the rim constantly in transition against Texas State. I think they averaged 78 points a game last year, and they're an explosive offensive team. The kid Houston and Thomas can get 20, 25 a night. They've got good perimeter shooting, and really, really strong offensive team.
All right, Coach. Thanks a lot and good luck.
Thanks, Jonah.
That was Bronx head coach Dan Hipsher. That'll do it for the Coaches Corner. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have your starting lineups and opening tip. This is Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Along with my producer engineer, the one and only Dylan Badura, this is Jonah Goldberg riding with you as we count down to the start of today's game, or tonight's game, I should say, between the University of Texas Pan American Bronx and the University of Houston Cougars. It is time for the starting lineups, and we will start with the visiting Cougars. Starting in the backcourt, a 6'4", 190-pound sophomore out of Houston, number 5, L.J. Rose. And a 6'5", 210-pound sophomore, redshirt sophomore actually, out of Terrell, Texas, number 21, Gerard Stiggers. Up front, a 6'7", 195-pound sophomore out of Sugar Land, number 23, Daniel House. A 6'8", 205-pound redshirt junior out of Nassau, Bahamas, number 1, Mikhail McLean. And a 6'8", 235-pound junior out of Killeen, number 35, Tayshawn Thomas. The head coach of the Cougars in his 4th season is James Dickey. The associate head coach is Alvin Brooks. The assistant coaches are Ronnie Hamilton and Johnny Estelle. The Cougars enter this game with a record of 1-0. For one game into the season, they The game they won was at home. As for those hosts, UTPA Bronx. No changes from game number 1. Starting in the backcourt at point guard, a 5'11", 170-pound junior out of St. Louis, Missouri. Number 5, Shaquille Boga. And shooting guard, a 6'5", 215-pound graduate student out of Woodbridge, Virginia. Number 3, Javon Farrell. At small forward, a 6'7", 195-pound sophomore out of Chicago, Illinois. Number 24, Shaquille Hines. At power forward, a 6'5", 218-pound junior out of Kansas City, Missouri. Number 32, Justin Leathers. And check that, there is one change in the starting lineup. At center, a 6'7", 215-pound sophomore out of Riihimäki, Finland. Number 21, Lori Latte Toivonen. The head coach of the Bronx in his first season is Mr. Dan Hipsher. The associate head coach is his son, Andy Hipsher, and the assistant coaches are Ellen McCroy and Cody Hopkins. The Bronx enter this game with a record of 0-1. That was a home game. The Bronx in the midst of a 3-game homestand to open up the regular season. After that homestand, though, the Bronx go on the road for 7 in a row, and 9 out of 10, and 11 out of 13. So, if you're in the Valley and thinking, well, I heard the weather was going to get nasty tonight, I don't know if I want to go. It's a rumor. I think the weather's going to stay good. I'm not a meteorologist, so that may or may not be a factual statement. But come on out, UTPA Fieldhouse, for a great game. Historic game, really. I mean, this is only the 3rd time the Cougars have ever been to Edinburgh, and the first time since 1987. Cowboy Cash just fist bumped me. That's so cool. Cowboy Cash, the official mascot of Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's Bank, here to join in with Bucky Bronk, our very own mascot. Both of them introduced before the game. The Cougars in their road red tops and bottoms with the white stripes down the sides and trim around the shoulders and neck. White numbers on the front and on the back in gray trim. White last names on the back above the number. White word Houston above the number on the front with the Nike swoosh on the right shoulder and the interlocking UH on the left shoulder. They also have a red and black interlocking UH by each knee. The Bronx in their home white tops and bottoms with the orange and green stripes down the shorts. Green numerals on the front and on the back in orange trim. Green word Bronx on the front in orange trim and a WAC logo above the number on the back. Cougars moving left to right, the Bronx moving right to left. The Cougars win the tip, and we are underway, moving left to right with the boys in red. House with the basketball. And he double dribbles. It's Bronx basketball. House coming off an amazing game, 24 points, 8 rebounds against Texas State in Houston's opener. Bronx ball, Shaquille Boga carries the dribble. It's down to the right wing, out to the top. Javon Farrell with a quick trigger 3. Got it! Javon Farrell with a foot on the line makes it 2-0 Bronx. On the other end, Daniel House quickly responds. As the Bronx breaking it down quickly, a foul on the other end. So tied at 2 between the Bronx and Cougars here in the opening 37 seconds. And Javon Farrell to the line. Shooting 2. Makes the first. Bronx lead. Farrell, 1 of 2 from the line in the opener. That was in the opening minute of that game. The Bronx, as a team, were 19 of 29, so now 20 of 30. So right at 67%. Farrell hits the second. The Bronx lead 4-2. Bronx going full court press immediately. Inbounds comes to Rose. Sent back to Thomas. Little trap in the backcourt. Houston trying to break through, goes underneath, and there's the slam by McLean. And we're tied at 4. Boga with the basketball for the Bronx. Pass right wing, Hines. Bounce to Toivonen down low. Toivonen, pass back out to Boga at the top. Comes inside in between two defenders, hits the teardrop, and the Bronx lead at 6-4. Ball comes to the left corner for a jumper, no good. Rebound by McLean, sends it out to Rose. Up top, there's an overcommit. Now comes inside. Thomas hits the basket plus the foul. And Tayshawn Thomas is headed to the line to try and convert on a three-point play. Game tied at 6, 18-28 to play in the opening half. Shaquille Hines with the foul. It's the first on the Bronx. Thomas trying to give the Cougars the lead. And he does. 7-6 Cougars. Out of bounds, it's Houston basketball. Minute 40 gone by, Bronx down 1. LJ Rose running the offense. Out of Westbury Christian High School, he transferred over from Baylor. Saw him play in high school at a tournament on South Padre Island here a couple years ago. He was really good. And he probably still is. Rose with the fadeaway, gets it to fall. And it's 9-6 Cougars. Boga feeds Toivonen at the top, goes to Leathers, top of the key for 3 off the back iron. Offensive rebound Boga. Boga lets it fly, no good. Offensive rebound Leathers, but he steps out. It's Cougars basketball. Nine to 6 Houston, 2.5 minutes gone by. Every year, South Padre Island hosts a college basketball tournament and a high school basketball tournament. And they get some of the best teams to come down for both. Out of bounds, Bronx basketball. Or no, was it touched by a Bronx on the way out? Yep. Houston will retain. Rose will inbound with 13 on the shot clock. Rose sends it into House at the top. Boga trying to pick his pocket, gets it. Farrell now ahead to Boga, goes to the hoop, and he's swatted from behind, and a foul or goaltending. Wow. Hard for me to comment on that in real time. But it was an immediate call. Goaltending. The Bronx within 1. It's 9-8. McLean down low. Passes it out. It's off the fingertips of Stiggers. And Farrell ends up committing the foul. Thomas inbounds directly in front of us. Gives it off to Rose. House on the right wing. Skips it over to the left wing. Comes back to House right wing. Down low McLean. Now out to Rose. There's Stiggers. No good. Out of bounds. Off the Bronx remains Cougars ball. Rose inbounds to McLean. Ball out left wing. House misfires. Offensive board Thomas. Off the back iron. Rebound Hines. Boga. Leathers at the top. Hines on the right wing. Hines underneath. Hits off the bottom of the backboard. Rebound Rose. Rose brings it in from the foul line and puts it in. It's 11-8 Cougars. 16 minutes to play in the first. Farrell, left wing, Toivonen. Out to Boga. Boga, left wing, Leathers for 3. Got it! Justin Leathers from downtown. Ties the game up at 11. Bronx applied a little backcourt pressure, but then drop back. Going zone. Rose at the top. Stiggers. Pass comes to Rose, right wing. 15 on the shot clock. Rose goes down low to McLean, who lays it in, and the Cougars lead 13-11. Boga. Left wing Farrell. Farrell around the defender, looks for Hines, and hits off of him and goes up and off the rim. I don't know how you score that. Thomas with the basket and the foul in transition. He'll be at the line, trying to convert a three-point play when we return. 14 minutes, 54 seconds remaining in the opening half. The Bronx down 15-11. You're watching Bronx basketball.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 14:54 to play in the first half. The Bronx down 15-11. John Farrell, Shaquille Boga, 4 points each. Justin Leathers with the other 3. Tayshawn Thomas with 5. Leads Houston. And at the line trying to make it 6 if he can convert on this 3-point play. He does not. Score remains 15-11. Hines for 3 left wing, no good. Rebound Houston. Stiggers puts it up and in. 17-11. Bronx have made some substitutions. Blake Provost is out there. He replaced Shaquille Boga. Farrell, left wing, up to Provost at the top. Right wing to Shaquille Hines. Couple subs for the Cougars. It's Womack, Stiggers, House, Thomas, Richardson now. Travel, and it's Cougars ball. Boga back in. Provost out. Hines out as well. Hurley Johnson in as the Bronx go to a little bit of a smaller lineup. Jamal Dantzler in. Javon Farrell out. Dantzler will play the 3. Tion Womack running the offense for Houston. Into the left corner, a whistle, and this one's coming the other way.
Turnover. Bronx basketball.
Bronx down 6 minutes in.
Substitution for Houston, number 2, Brandon Morris.
Boga running the offense for the Bronx. With Dantzler left wing. Johnson on the right wing. Back to Boga at the top. Right wing Johnson thought about it. Steps in, gives it back to Boga for three. No good. And on the rebound, it's offensive. Grabbed by Dantzler. Fakes out his defender, puts it up. Good on the foul! Jamal Dantzler with a chance to convert on a three-point play. The Bronx within 4. It's 17-13. 13:33 to play in the first. Foul on J.J. Richardson is first. LaRon Barnes is in for the Cougars. Daniel House takes a seat. Dantzler trying to convert on the three-point play. Off the back iron. Cougars get the rebound. Thomas. Pass inside. Travel. Bronx ball. 13:22 to play in the first. Bronx down 4, but can make it a one-possession game with the basket here. Boga. Left corner Dantzler. Jab step. Went for the dunk, got fouled.
Personal foul is on number 2, Brandon Morris. His first, team's third. At the line for the Bronx, number 4, Jamal Dantzler.
Dantzler's first free throw in and out. Dantzler's first attempts from the line this season. Last season, Dantzler was 10 of 26. That's 39%. Connects there. Bronx within a possession. It's 17-14, 13-10 to play in the first. Josh Cleveland and Alex Majewski in. Lori Toivonen and Justin Leathers out. Morris. Pass comes to Barnes. In the corner. Trap. A near steal by Johnson. Now a foul on the inside. Morris creates the contact. 12:46 to play in the first. Bronx down 3. Morris goes to the line. Morris making his first attempts from the line this season. Cougars a 67% free throw shooting team. There's a miss. Simmons in, Thomas out for Houston. Morris hits the second. It's a two-possession game again at 18-14. A full court pressure by Houston. Boga fires it ahead to Dantzler, who barely holds on, goes to the rim. Alley-oop, Josh Cleveland! Bronx within 2. It's 18-16. 12.5 to play. Womack. Richardson. That is a whistle and an offensive foul, and it's Bronx basketball. The Bronx can tie it or take the lead with a basket on this possession. Valentine Izunu in for Houston. Here come the Bronx. A 2 ties it. The 3 gives the Bronx the lead. Boga feeds Majewski at the top. Majewski a deep threat. Left wing Dantzler. Inside to Cleveland. Skip pass. Majewski saves it from going out of bounds. Top of the key to Dantzler. 15 on the shot clock. Goes outside to Farrell with 10. 9. Farrell inside. Farrell the jumper. Ties the game! 18 all. 11:50 to play in the first. Houston trying to answer. Womack. Pass out to the left wing. And in comes Morris, who misfires. The rebound long to Womack on the right with a fresh shot clock. Womack kicks it out to Simmons, now the right side. Barnes misfires. Rebound Bronx. The Bronx can take the lead. Boga spins past his defender, puts it up, no good, but a foul. Boga at the line to try and give the Bronx the lead when we return. 11 minutes, 14 seconds to play in the first. We're tied at 18. This is Bronx basketball.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission.
Aggie up.
Bronx country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
I want you to come see us today at your new Buick GMC dealer, South Texas Buick GMC.
Come test drive the all-new 2014 GMC Sierra and drive it home for just $399 a month.
South Texas Buick GMC.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 11:14 to play in the opening half. We're tied at 18, and Shaquille Boga is at the line trying to give the Bronx the lead back. He did it. Bronx up 19-18. Boga was the Bronx leading scorer in the season opener against Sam Houston State with 17 points, a career high. Alex Majewski out, Shaquille Hines in. No good on the second, but the Bronx lead is one. LJ Rose with the ball, feeds House. Comes inside to McLean. Now goes right to House, comes to the left corner, cycles around left wing Rose. And a near steal by Dantzler, but he dragged his right arm while grabbing the ball with his left arm. The contact was with the right arm, which was just kind of had nothing to do with the play. The ball was already out, was never in the Houston hands at that point, but the foul nonetheless, and that leads to a three by Daniel House from the right corner. Houston takes the lead back. It's 21-19. Boga with the ball at the top. Goes to Farrell at the foul line. Misses wide right. Cougars get the ball back, trying to make this a two-possession lead. House on the right wing. Top of the key to Rose. Left wing Stiggers. Dantzler forces him out. Comes to the left corner, Thomas. Ball just cycling around as Houston tries to find a hole in the Bronx zone. Bronx defense looked pretty good. Got to play a full 35. Rose pitches over the left wing. Comes down low to Thomas. Double teamed and an awkward shot doesn't fall. Rebound tip. Dantzler has it. Gives it to Farrell. Bronx can tie the game with a basket here. Farrell throws it up and in. 21 all. Timeout, Cougars! 9:51 to play. The Bronx and Cougars knotted up at 21 apiece. Well, the Bronx and Cougars have been trading off the lead. The Bronx led this game 9-8. Houston took a 17-11 lead. That was their largest, a 6-point lead. Since that point, the Bronx have outscored the Cougars 10-4. Houston basketball. Bronx is applying a little pressure. They drop back as Rose races up the court. Game tied at 21. Off their own timeout, the Cougars with the ball with 9.5 to play in the first. House. Right wing Rose. Farrell picks him up. House trying to spin past his defenders, finds the open three in the right corner. No good. Hines the rebound. Ahead to Boga. Boga stops, pops, wide left. Rebound Houston, that was McLean. Thomas pushes Farrell out of the way and then goes straight to the hoop for a basket, or a dunk, and it's 23-21 Cougars. 9 minutes even to play in the first. Dantzler, bounce to Cleveland. Top of the key, Boga. Left wing Farrell. Right wing Boga. The student section here at UTPA is overfull. Every seat taken in the student section. It's 2 sections across from us. If you're looking for it on your screen, it's the 2 sections, the section directly behind the Cougars bench where the pep band is, and then the section right next to it. Great crowd out here today at the UTPA Fieldhouse. Might be larger than at the opener. There were over 1,200 here on that day. Be interested to get the final count later. Bronx make a few substitutions. The 5 are now Leathers, Toivonen, Hines, Boga, and Johnson. 4 of the starting 5. Houston with a fresh shot clock. McLean. Bounce to Stiggers right wing. Now to Rose. Rose comes in. Pass left corner. There's another open 3, and another one misses. Thomas the offensive board. Cougars have been doing a nice job of finding holes in the Bronx zone by passing a lot. Those corner 3s have been opening up the last couple times down, but they've missed them both. There's another open corner 3 and another one missed, but Thomas with the putback. So 3 straight wide open corner 3s for Houston, all of them no good. They do get points this time, and the Cougars have a 2-possession lead. It's 25-21. Boga gives to Johnson right wing. The right corner, Leathers. Now to Boga at the top. Boga comes inside, and a whistle before he can go up with it. Foul on Stiggers, and we're up against immediate timeout. 7:48 to play in the first. Bronx down 25-21. You're watching Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself. Creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
I want you to come see us today at your new Buick GMC dealer, South Texas Buick GMC.
Come test drive the all-new 2014 GMC Sierra and drive it home for just $399 a month.
South Texas Buick GMC.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Joe Goldberg riding with you. 25-21 Houston off the timeout. Hurley Johnson misfires on a three. Bronx more substitution. Jacob Popovich is in for the first time in his career. Played in the exhibition, did not play against Sam Houston State Friday. Out there at the one. It's Tim with Hurley Johnson, and then the front court stays the same of Hines, Toivonen, and Leathers. Rose with the basketball in the right wing. Popovich gets in the face of the Cougar, who passed to Rose for the three, and it's 28-21 Houston. This game was tied at 21, 7 straight points for the Cougars. 7 minutes to go in the first. There's Popovich at the top. Left corner, Johnson. Top of the key to Hines. Feeds Popovich right wing. Top of the key, Leathers. 4-3. Yes! Justin Leathers from downtown breaks the run. The Bronx within 4. It's 28-24. Long range shot, no good. Rebound, put back is good by Morris. 30-24 Cougars. Toivonen has the basketball at the top of the key. Whistle blown, it's coming the other way.
Offensive foul on number 0, Jacob Popovich, is first, team 7.
Jacob Popovich called for the foul. Popovich and Johnson to the bench. Farrell and Boga back in. The Bronx starting 5 together again. Morris, chance of defense coming from the Bronx faithful. Rose with the basketball in the right wing. Rose fouled on the floor. 1-on-1 coming up for Rose. Shaquille Boga called for the foul. His first. 8 on the Bronx. Jerron Simmons and LaRon Barnes in. Mikal McLean and Tayshawn Thomas are out for Houston. Rose ready to shoot some free throws. It's the first. They'll get another. First attempts by Rose today.
Substitution for the Bronx, number 4, Jamal Densler, replaces number 24, Shaquille Hines. Substitution for the Bronx, number 35, Alex Majewski, replaces number 4, Jamal Densler.
Toivonen has the basketball at the top. Left wing, Majewski for 3, no good. Rebound pulled in by Rose. There's a layup by Barnes. Makes it 34-24. Cougars lead in double figures for the first time. Boga. Pass to Farrell on the right wing. Top of the key, Toivonen. Leathers, right wing Boga. Pick and roll with Toivonen. Now goes to Leathers, back to Boga with 10 on the shot clock. 5 minutes left in the first. Boga spins, throws it up wildly, and in! I don't know how that went in, but I'm not asking questions. The Bronx within 8, it's 34-26. Bronx back into their zone. Shuttle pass down low, goes out of bounds. It's Bronx basketball. 4:33 to play in the first. Thomas and Womack back in for Houston. Rose takes a seat, as does House.
And number 14, Tion Womack, enter the game.
Look at that great defense, or attempted defense by Farrell. Ball inside to Thomas, who rolls past Leathers, knocks him down, and gives Cougars a 10-point lead back. Farrell, left corner Majewski. Top of the key to Farrell, right wing Toivonen. Foul, and we'll have free throws when we return. 3:51 to play in the first. Bronx down 10, 36-26. You're watching Bronx basketball.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Tell me, Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
UTPA Alumni Association and Walmart are all official sponsors of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. Bronx down 36-26 to the University of Houston. 3:51 to play in the first half. The difference in this game goes to points in the paint. Houston with 20, the Bronx with 6. Also, Houston with 6 fast breaks points, the Bronx with none. Houston with 7 second chance points, the Bronx with 2. Shaq Boga hits the first free throw. Where the Bronx are winning is points off turnovers, 9 compared to 8 by Houston, each team with 5 bench points. Farrell and Boga 8 points each lead the Bronx. Leathers has 6. Thomas leads the Cougars with 11. Rose has 9. Boga hits the second. Bronx with an 8. It's 36-28. 3:51 to play in the first. Morris, right wing Womack. Ball's tipped around, rebound, Toivonen. Boga can make it a two-possession game with the basket here. Top of the key, Farrell. Sends it looking for Hines. Taken away by Womack, who lays it in. 10-point lead again for Houston. Boga tries to go left, loses the ball. Here comes Morris, all alone to the hoop, and he lays it in. Cougars have their largest lead of the game. It's 40-28. It's a 12-point Houston edge. Toivonen gets smacked in the face while going for a layup. And Houston gets the ball. Simmons, no look pass underneath for Izunu. Womack. Whistle.
Personal foul on number 24, Shaquille Hines. His second, team's 10.
Block out, let's go.
First free throw by Izundu, no good. Cleveland and Johnson in. Boga and Toivonen out for the Bronx. Christian Hildebrandt is removing the warm-up. Getting ready to make his career debut. He's whistled in, replacing Shaquille Hines. Bronx using a little bit of a deeper rotation than they did against SHSU on Friday. I think part of that is because there's been more transition, there's been more press on both sides, and what that does is it makes you want to go for more fresh legs. Johnson, no, rebound, put back, Cleveland. Bronx back within 10 at 40-30. Simmons has the ball straight away outside the arc, outside the NBA arc for that matter. Womack into the lane, loses the handle on the ball, out of bounds. It should be Bronx ball. But apparently it was touched by a Bronc on the way out. So it's Houston ball with 19 on the shot clock. 1:53 game clock, Bronx down 10. Morris misfires, rebound Leathers. Farrell up the court for the Bronx. Farrell gets hacked while going up for a shot in the lane. He's headed for the line for two.
Personal foul on number 2, Brandon Morris. His second.
Morris has 2 fouls. That's 8 on Houston.
At the line for the Bronx.
Bring the game back within single figures.
Shooting 2.
Farrell already 2 for 2 from the line today. Make it 3 for 3. The Bronx are 7 for 10. And now within 3 possessions and single digits. LJ Rose back in. Brandon Morris out. Second shot is good. The Bronx are within 8. Womack bounces around, doesn't fall. Leathers the rebound with a basket. The Bronx can pull within 2 possessions. Just got to chip away. Farrell left wing, thought about it. Comes inside, falls to the ground, loses the ball, and it's picked up by Houston. Thomas, pass down low to Rose, who lays it in. It's a 10-point game again, 42-32. 1:08 to go in the first. I think best case scenario for the Bronx, 2 baskets and a stop. They can pull within 6, 2 possessions. That's not bad. Christian Hildebrandt for 3. Yes! Hildebrandt from downtown, his first career basket. Bronx within 8. It's 42-35. Check that, they're within 7. Little touch foul.
Personal foul on number 3, Javon Farrell. His second.
Farrell gets called for a second foul, puts his palms up to the sky, asking, what did I do?
At the line for the Cougars, number 5.
That sends LJ Rose to the line. Rose 2 for 2 from the line. The Cougars, though, are just 4 for 8 there. First one's good. Now it's an 8-point game.
For the Cougars, number 23, Daniel House.
Daniel House is back in. Valentin Nzundu hits the bench. 37.1 seconds left in the half, so a 2.1 second differential between shot clock and game clock. Rose hits the second. It's back to a 9-point game, and the Bronx will use a 30-second timeout. Might as well use it or lose it, so you can't carry over all your timeouts in the second half. So this is your chance to draw up a play. Make sure you score a bucket. You can use a lot of time here. You can't use it all. You don't want to use too much because then you might not have a chance for a shot. So you want to make sure you get a basket, and then you play good defense. Of course, the less time left on the clock, the less time you have to play good defense for. Because if you can do that, right now the Bronx are down 9. If you hit a 3, well, you're within 2 possessions. If you hit a 2, hey, it's still 7 points. Better than 9. And it's certainly better than 11 or 12 if they give up the basket on the other end. So you're drawing up your offense and you're talking about what defense you're going to come back in. The Bronx with Farrell, Johnson, Leathers, Hildebrand, and Cleveland. Hildebrand has the basketball at the top. Pass to the right wing, Farrell. 20 on the shot clock. Pass stolen by Rose. Hildebrand trying to catch up to him, gets past him and Farrell. Pass off to Womack, touchdown to House, who gets fouled by Hildebrand, who went up to try and block it. No good, but free throws coming up.
Personal foul on number 30, Early Johnson.
Early Johnson gets called for his first.
At the line for the Cougars, number 23, Daniel House, shooting 2.
Daniel House has 5 points today. After a 24-point first game, make it 6 now. It's a 10-point game. 12.7 seconds remaining in the half. Second shot is good. It's an 11-point game. Bronx need a basket. Get this back into single digits going into the half. Farrell goes inside. He's stripped of the basketball with 6. And a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Bronx. And for the first time today, Coach Dickey of Houston unhappy. I think he wanted a foul. So the Bronx get 6.3 seconds to try and find a basket. Christian Hildebrand will look to inbound. His options are Farrell, Cleveland, Leathers, and Johnson. First, they're cleaning up a little moisture on the court. Coach Hipsher screaming out instructions. Voice already sounding hoarse. Bronx down 11, trying to make it 9 or 8. Cleveland gets the inbounds, gives it back to Hildebrand. Hildebrand for a deep 3. Got it! From NBA range! Bronx within 8. Now, there's 1.8 on the clock. The red light went off as if the clock had expired. That's not possible. Now, Houston was looking to walk off the court. They tick off the 1.8. I don't know why they did that. Unless they're saying one of the clocks didn't start on time. I'm not entirely sure. Be interested to see if they replay it to try and make sure the clock is accurate. But since they've sent everybody in, I guess they're confident with as it is. So, you know what? You take it. You go into the half within single figures of the Houston Cougars. You'll take that. The Bronx down 46-38. Could have been a lot worse. Could have been 11. Instead, it's 8. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at some of those first half numbers. This is Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We are on a mission.
Aggie up.
Bronx country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Hopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. The score at the half, it's 46-38 in favor of the University of Houston Cougars. We're now joined by NBA legend Paul McKeskey. Is that not good?
Sure, sounds good.
Now, Paul McKeskey, you played with the Milwaukee Bucks. You were originally with the Houston Rockets. You're currently an associate head coach with the Rio Grande Valley Vipers. You've been with the Vipers before and an NBA Development League champion. You've got a huge gaudy ring from that. You played at Kansas collegiately. You've been a scout. You've been an NBA assistant coach with Charlotte. Done a little bit of everything. So all that experience, I want to build you up because now I'm going to ask you your professional opinion on what do you think of the game so far tonight?
I think that UTPA came out strong, really aggressive defensively. They were all over the place, active with their hands, and really made a game of it. I think they got hurt a little bit with some turnovers and easy layups by Houston, but they fought back. Big three at the end of the half to bring them back, to a manageable game. And if they can stay the course and keep being harassing on defense, not turn the ball over, you got to take care of the basketball so they don't get easy baskets. It's going to be a good second half and a good game.
What would you say if you were in the locker room for these teams?
I would just say keep doing what we're doing, clean it up a little bit if I'm UTPA, and if I'm Houston, I want to pick up the pace. I want to get the pace going a little bit more. I might do a little more trapping. They threw a 1-3-1 out there a little bit, trap, and kind of speed up the pace a little bit. Because if I'm Houston, I want to get the game up and down a little more. If I'm UTPA, I want to slow it down and make it a slower, less possession game.
Now, you have all that NBA experience, so I want to ask you, what's it like to play in the association?
It's a different world. And it's a different world now than it was then when I played. But now it's big time business. I mean, guys are multi-million-dollar corporations. I mean, guys are making, $5 million to $25 million a year, and that's like a big corporation. So I think there's more training. There's more taking care of their bodies, nutrition-wise, strength and conditioning-wise. There's so much out there for players that we didn't have back when I played. And when I played, it was gut it out, do whatever you have to do to get on the court. And sometimes you pay for that with some of the with my bad knees, I know when it's raining, and I paid for that. But it's just a blessing. Even I tell these guys here in the NBA Development League, it's a blessing to be able to do something you love, something you've been doing since you were a little kid, and get paid to do it. And I think as long as they keep that in perspective, it's taken me all over the world. Basketball's taken me all over the world, from from Jamaica to China to Korea to every place in between. Being able to coach in the Olympics last year in London, and seeing all the people from all over the world. Basketball is such a great sport, and to be one of the chosen few that you get to make money playing a sport that you love.
You mentioned the Olympics. That's something else I wanted to ask you about, because to me, that's the experience. Like I remember I was watching as everybody walked out, and I always knew the athletes walked out. I never looked for coaches before. It was I was looking for you and Chris Finch and Nick Nurse to see if you guys were going to get to march or not. And I guess you guys were a little busy preparing, not being able to march. But what's the whole Olympic experience like?
It's something special, and you really see it now with the USA team, Dream Team 2, or whatever you want to call it. But it's been that way for a long time for Spain and France and Lithuania and Russia, where you get to put a jersey on with your country on it, where you grew up and represent your country. You'll see Luol Deng, who's a great NBA player and makes $70, $80 million after a loss in the Olympics. He's in the locker room crying because he lost the game. It's the next level. NBA is the top level, but the Olympics are, players from all over the world represent their country, and they're playing their hearts out. And anymore, it's great basketball. You look at all the NBA players that are on other Olympic teams for other countries, and it's mind-boggling. Just look at the NBA and all the European influence now. And a lot of that happened with the original Dream Team. And young basketball players from all over the world watched that group of players and wanted to be like them. And now it's, with Ginobili's and Parkers and guys like that, and Gasols, they all grew up with that. And now it's kind of, the cycle of life. It's coming around, and now they're leaders of their country. And it's really something to see when you see that.
When you watch this game, are you able to sit and watch it as a fan, or is your mind constantly racing? Okay, that they're doing that on offense, they're doing that on defense. That guy, I think he could play in the NBA. He's going to play for me in the D League one day. This guy's going to go overseas. Like, what are you thinking when you watch?
You think more like a coach than you do as a fan. We really pull for UTPA, but I'm sitting with Coach Nevada Smith and another representative from the Rockets, and the Rocket representative is looking at guys from some of the teams that might be at their level or in the draft in the future. And Coach Smith and I are looking at systems and things that are happening in the game, and looking at maybe a zone that they're throwing out. And I don't think you can ever turn your brain off to coaching. I think I've been coaching for almost 20 years now at every level, and that's the way I'm wired. And actually, Jonah, when I played, especially towards the end of my career, I kind of thought that way too. I thought more as a coach, and it's really carried over. And it's hard to just sit back and relax. I drive my family sometimes crazy when I'm at home watching a game on TV. I'm yelling at the TV, don't turn the ball over, or that's a bad shot. But I watch it. I think most lifetime coaches watch it more as a coach than a fan.
You guys the Vipers are practicing here at the field house this year, at least so far, and I know you have an exhibition game here on Sunday as well. Last time you were here, I have photo evidence that you were at the game against Northwestern about 3 years ago, and now you come back to the field house. A couple of changes since then. What do you think of this place?
It's really taken on a different aura. Let's even step away from the beautiful scoreboard and being able to watch it on that. Just the lighting and the color and actually let's talk about the crowd. There's more life in this building. And when we first started practicing here earlier this week, the floors are done beautifully, and they've really done a great job. Hopefully get some energy in the building, and it can be really a good home court advantage and a great place to play for UTPA.
Well, Paul McKeskey, associate head coach of the Rio Grande Valley Vipers, former NBAer as a coach, player, and scout, and Olympian, and we could be here all day. Your resume is probably 26 pages long. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely, Joe. Anytime, man.
Bronx down 46-38 at the half. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the first half stats. This is Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Rolito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
To come see us today at your new Buick GMC dealer, South Texas Buick GMC.
Come test drive the all-new 2014 GMC Sierra and drive it home for just $399 a month.
South Texas Buick GMC.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. I've managed to coax the coach, Paul McKeskey, into sticking with us for a little bit.
You coax the coach.
So he's going to perform a little color commentary. It's something he's done before at Kansas, so no concerns there. Promised you some first half stats. We'll give them to you right now. We'll start with the visiting Cougars. LJ Rose leads everybody with 13 points. 4 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 behind the arc, 4 for 4 from the line with 4 assists and 2 steals. 11 points, Deshaun Thomas, 5 of 7 shooting with 6 boards, 3 offensive. After that, it's 7 points for Daniel House, 7 for Brandon Morris, 4 for Mikael McLean, and 2 for Laron Barnes. The Cougars, 18 of 33 from the field. That's 55%. 2 of 9 from behind the arc and 8 for 12 from the line. 18 rebounds, 8 offensive, compared to 13 and 4 by the Bronx. Bronx led in scoring by Javon Farrell, who has 10 points. 3 of 5 from the field, 4 of 4 from the line. Shaq Boga's got 9 points. 6 for Christian Hildebrandt in his first career game, 2 of 2 from behind the arc. Justin Leather, 6 points, 4 rebounds. 3 points for Jamal Dantzler. Josh Cleveland's got 4. The Bronx, 13 of 25 from the field, that's 52%. 4 of 9 from behind the arc, and 8 for 11 from the line. Points in the paint, Houston 24, UTPA 8. Points off of turnover, 16 for Houston, 9 for UTPA. On the second chance, Houston 7, UTPA 4. On the fast break, Houston 10, Bronx 0. Bronx bench outscoring the Houston bench 13-9. There have been 3 lead changes and 6 ties. We give you all these numbers, but the only ones that matter, 46-38. The University of Houston Cougars lead the University of Texas Pan American Bronx as we get ready to start the second half. The Bronx will come back out with Shaquille Hines, Justin Leathers, Javon Farrell, Shaquille Boga, and Lori Latte Toivonen. Those are the starting 5 back out there. Third straight lineup used by Coach Hipsher. In the exhibition, Farrell started at the point. Boga did not start. In game 1, Josh Cleveland started at center, not Toivonen. Houston comes back out with McLean, Rose, Womack, House, and Thomas. So they do not return with their starting 5. And it's Cougars basketball as we start the second half. The Cougars now moving from right to left wearing the red jerseys. The Bronx from left to right in the white. Daniel House will inbound directly in front of me. Gives it off to LJ Rose and we're underway. Bronx still going zone. Boga comes out to Rose, forces the pass off to the right. Stiggers. To the right corner, McLean. Back out to Stiggers with 15. Out of House, into the lane, throws it up off the front iron, gets his own rebound, puts it in. It's a 10-point Houston advantage.
Offensive rebounds killing the Bronx tonight. They just got to battle on the board to grab those so there's no second chance point.
Farrell off balance, 3, no good. Hines with the putback, back with an 8. LJ Rose comes down low and lost out of bounds. It's Bronx basketball. 49 seconds gone by in the second half. Bronx with an 8.
For the Bronx to get a good shot here. Get a good shot, get the momentum changed a little bit in the second half.
Game was tied at 21. Houston is led by as many as 12. Leathers. Hines on the right wing. Left wing Boga. Down low, that's Leathers along the baseline. Puts it up, no good, but a foul.
Like the way they're attacking the basket, though, going right at the Houston Cougars.
First foul on Tayshawn Thomas. Justin Leathers heading to the line for the first time today. Was a perfect 6 for 6 against Sam Houston State. The Bronx 8 for 11 from the line today. Nothing but net. Our score just decreased.
Uh-oh, going the wrong direction.
Scoreboard malfunction.
See if UTPA can stay in this aggressive zone. Get a couple turnovers.
Bronx within 6. It's 48-42. Left wing, Stiggers open look at a 3, in and out. Rebound Toivonen. Farrell coming straight underneath, puts it up and in. The graduate student, the 5th-year transfer from UMass, brings the Bronx within 4. Timeout, Cougars.
Just to start, UTPA wanted. Put a little pressure on them.
Extends into a media timeout. We'll take one as well. Minute and a half gone by. Bronx within 4. This is Bronx basketball.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Tell me, Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Rolito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
Brave and bold, silver and gold. We're on a mission.
Aggie up.
Bronx Country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Alongside Paul McKeskey, I'm Jonah Goldberg. 18:22 to play, and the Bronx on a 9-2 run. They're within 4. It's 48-44. During the run, the Bronx 3 of 4 from the field. Houston's 1 for 3.
Staying in that zone. Little matchup.
Rose with 16. Comes around Toivonen. Boga pokes the ball away. House picks it up at the top. Left wing Rose. Hop. Pass to no one in particular. Farrell diving for it to try and grab it. It's off his fingers and out of bounds. With 6 on the shot clock, it's Houston ball still. Coach Dickey gives the instructions. 6 seconds is plenty of time, but not too much. They wipe up a little bit of moisture right by the foul line. Daniel House inbounds. LJ Rose back to House. Open 3 right wing, no good. Rebound and the putback, no, but a foul, or wait a minute.
Traveling, I think.
So it's Bronx ball.
I think the big guy took a little extra step after the offensive rebound there.
More moisture on the court. Coach, did you spill your water over there?
No, it wasn't me. Guys are playing hard out there. Sweat's coming out.
Two minutes, 15 seconds gone in the first. Now, second, Houston going zone. Hines on the left wing, up top to Boga. Hines playing the perimeter. He's attempted a 3 today. Attempted 4 in the first game. Was 2 for 4 in the exhibition. Still looking for his first of the regular season. Farrell at the top. Farrell puts it up, doesn't fall. Tipped in by Hines. 2-point game. Stiggers. House. Misses wide left. Toivonen in the rebound. The Bronx can tie it or take the lead on this possession. Farrell. Pass looking for Leathers, off his hands, out of bounds, but off of Houston. Bronx retained.
Houston struggling a little bit with their transition defense. Bronx getting a chance to attack the rim in transition.
Hines inbounds to Boga. Boga puts it up, ties the game! 48-48! $16:50 to go. The Bronx on a 13-2 run, dating back to the final seconds of the first half. A missed dunk attempt! Farrell the rebound! The Bronx can take the lead. Boga settles it down to the left wing Hines. 23 on the shot clock. Leathers at the top. Goes to Boga right wing. Thought about the pass. Goes inside. Lays it up. Misses. Rose coming in. Farrell gets there to stop him from going to the basket. Turnaround shot. No good. Hines right there for the rebound. Another opportunity for UTPA to take the lead with the basket. The Bronx have trailed by as many as 12, have pulled back to tie it. Leathers gets fouled.
UTPA getting a little confidence here, knowing they can play with Houston.
Justin Leathers will be at the line trying to give the Bronx their first lead in a long time when we return. 15:47 to play, we're tied at 48. Now this is Bronx basketball.
commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
The Bronx have scored the last 10 points of this game. 4 for 5 in that time, keeping Houston 0 for 3. 5 different scorers: Hines, Leathers, Farrell, Toivonen, and Boga. It's a 13-2 run if you date back to the last couple of seconds of the first half. No matter how you slice it, the Bronx have tied this game at 48.
Just a perfect start for UTPA. They got a 5-minute segment where they outscored Houston. Now they got to just focus on little segments, get good shots, take care of the basketball, no easy baskets for Houston.
Justin Leathers at the line. He can give the Bronx their first lead since it was, he does it right there. The last time the Bronx led this game was 1918 at the 11-14 mark of the first half. Leathers is a perfect, 3 for 3 from the line today and 9 for 9 this season. Did I?
No, you didn't.
No such thing as a broadcaster's jinx. If I can affect what's going on the court, I don't get paid enough. 15:40 to go, Bronx by 2.
Houston got a little lackadaisical to come out in the second half. It looks like they're going to try and pound it inside, take advantage of their size advantage in the post.
So Richardson gets to go to the line for a pair of free throws. His first trip to the line today. Looking for his first points. First one's good. Houston now 9 of 13 from the stripe. It's a 1-point game. The fans are going bananas. Trying to stop Richardson from making this free throw. He tries to tie the game. No good, off the back iron. Leathers the rebound. Boga taking his time.
Houston went back man-to-man now.
Hines for 3. Long. Houston ball. The UTPA student section overflowing today. Normally, only 2 sections are cornered off for the students. They're taking up at least 2.5. Chance of defense. The Bronx plays some. Hines dives on it, and the Bronx get a timeout.
Great hustle. Great hustle. Got him another possession.
The 30-second timeout will keep it here with 15:08 to play in the second half, and the Bronx up 50-49. And Coach McKeskey, what are the Bronx doing so well to be on this 15-3 run?
They came out aggressive, made some turnovers at the start of the second half, attacked the rim in transition against Houston. Houston got away from pounding it in inside, took some careless outside shots, and that turned the momentum. And once the momentum changes, that team can ride it out. Like I had said before, 5-minute segments. It's the 15-minute mark. All UTP has to do is focus on those 5 minutes, do what they're supposed to do. It's going to be a heck of a game.
The Bronx have never beaten Houston. All time, UTPA is 0-7 in a series dating back to 1978. They played last year in Houston. Cougars beat the Bronx 96-71. Before that, they hadn't played since 1989, and they hadn't played at the Fieldhouse since 1987. Bronx trying to change history. Christian Hildebrand back in the game. He's 2 for 2 from behind the arc today. The walk-on in his first career action. The junior transfer. Johnson's foul.
Again, attacking the basket, creating contact, getting the foul, get to the free throw line. Get those easy points off the free throw line.
Team's third of the half. At the line for your Bronx, number 30, Curly Johnson.
Johnson hits the first free throw. It's 51-49.
Substitution for the Cougars, number 4, LeRon Barnes, who replaces number 23, Daniel House.
House out, Barnes in for Houston. Johnson gets ready for his second attempt from the line today. No good. Rebound Barnes. Rose lobs it up. And a foul on Cleveland.
Personal foul on number 25, Josh Cleveland. His second, team
That's 2 on the big man from Houston.
Not a bad foul. Took away a possible dunk right there. Could be a momentum changer. Wow.
Thomas, well, there's a dunk.
There's that dunk we talked about.
Johnson coming back quickly. He gets fouled. Tried to throw up a shot, but hit off the back this side of the backboard. But
personal foul on number 4.
does mean 2 free throws for Johnson. He was just 1 of 2 a few seconds ago.
Team's 4. At the line for the Bronx, number 30, Curly Johnson.
See if UTPA stays in that zone and goes a little man to change it up a little bit on him.
First shot off the front. Still tied. No good on the second. Cleveland tried for the rebound, couldn't keep it in bounds. It's Houston ball. So the Cougars can try and take the lead back on this possession. And LJ Rose will take it down the court. Chance of defense coming from the UTPA faithful. Morris picks up his dribble. Thomas along the baseline, goes underneath to Richardson, is blocked by Leathers, and here comes Johnson. Throws it up, no good, but another foul.
Looked like he had another player on the wing for a layup, but took it to the basket strong, got to the free throw line.
Personal foul on number 2, Brandon Morris. His 4th.
Brandon Morris now has 4 fouls for Houston.
At the line for your Bronx, number 30, Curly Johnson.
Morris with 7 points and a rebound today, also an assist. Johnson.
Got to capitalize on those. Got to make those free throws.
Substitutions for the Cougars, number 23, Daniel House. Number 3, Jerron Simmons.
House and Simmons in, Morris and Richardson out.
And number 14, Tion Womack.
Womack also in.
That's 4 misses in a row. That hurts. And compounded the mistake by having a foul also.
14:08 to play. We're tied at 51. Bronx staying in zone. Ball out to the right wing, Womack. It's House at the top. Back to Womack. Pass knocked away by Hildebrand. Hits off the official's knee, and it's Bronx ball. Boga can give the Bronx the lead back. Hildebrand at the top. Hildebrand with an NBA 3 and a college 3 today. Farrell to Boga at the top. Comes to Hines on the left wing. Up top, Farrell. Right wing, Boga. With 10 to Cleveland. Puts it up and in! 53-51 Bronx!
Great ball fake there. Got his balance. Ball fake, got them up in the air and finished. Great basket.
House loses it. And Boga's fouled. That was a transition bucket waiting to happen. So a good foul by Houston. Simmons with 2, Houston with 6, twice as many as the Bronx. Hines will inbound to Boga. Boga feeds Farrell. Down low to Cleveland, out to Hines. Throws it up. No, Cleveland tries the putback, can't. Ball's tipped, Womack's got it. Boga gets in his way. Womack lobs it underneath. Shot, rattles in, tied at 53. Daniel House ties the game. House with 11 now. Had 24 against Texas State on Friday. Cleveland at the top. Looking for Boga, just avoids the steal. Boga comes in, finds the lane, gives the Bronx the lead.
Great hesitation move there to the basket. UTPA needs to stop here.
Simmons. Left wing Womack, back to Simmons at the top. Right wing House. Top of the key, Simmons. Down low, Thomas. Underneath, there's the bucket by Barnes. We're tied at 55.
Really work in the middle of that zone. UTPA has to keep the ball out of the middle against their zone.
Hildebrand left wing. Farrell gives the Bronx the lead again. Bronx could use a stop here.
Keep the ball out of the middle of that zone.
11 and a half minutes to play. And the foul on Hines. That's the fourth foul of the Bronx. Houston ball when we return. 11:19 to play. The Bronx lead 57-55. This is Bronx basketball.
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Congratulations to our winner for the all-team Andrew Pregame.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Alongside Paul McKeskey, I'm Jonah Goldberg. 11 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in this ball game. The Bronx have themselves a 57-55 lead, and they're not letting up, Coach.
We talked about those 5-minute segments. They still got a minute and 19 seconds in the next 5 minutes. They're still up 2. They're doing a great job controlling the tempo.
Now I'm starting to look back at some of the past schedules and results for the Bronx, trying to figure out how to put this game in perspective, what the Bronx are doing right now. Obviously, they still have another 11 minutes to do it, but you get the idea. It's been a while A win like this, if the Bronx can complete it, this would be the biggest one in years.
UTPA still in that 2-3 zone.
Womack, the cutter, and it rolls in. House.
It looked like he was going to go up for the dunk, but laid it in, almost rolled out of there.
Boga with 11 minutes left. The game tied at 57. Feeds Toivonen. Farrell, left wing three. No good. And here comes Houston. They've got numbers. And the foul. Thomas headed to the line.
Personal foul on number 3, Javon Farrell. His third, team's fourth.
UTPA has to be really careful here not to let the momentum shift too much. For these 2 free throws, they need to come down and get another good shot. Take up some time.
Houston trying to take the lead back, and they do. Thomas now 2 of 3 from the line today. Houston is 10 for 15. Second shot goes in. 59-57 Houston. 10:40 to go.
Houston showed a little bit of zone there. They've been getting hurt with penetration. They throw a little zone, see if they keep them out on the outside shooting jump shots.
Boga at the top. Lets it go. Misses. Rebound. Leathers was trying to steal it away, but he's going to get whistled for a foul.
Personal foul on number 32, Justin Leathers. His third, team's sixth.
Okay, so the last win against a power conference team, and since the AAC is an offshoot of the Big East, I'm definitely calling it a power conference, would be December 22nd, 2001 against Baylor. A 72-66 win as the Bronx swept through the San Juan shootout. Traveling on Houston, Bronx ball. 10-10 to go. Bronx down 2. They can tie it or take the lead here. Bronx 4 for 12 from behind the arc. 33%, but a solid 50% from the field. Boga left wing. The chant is let's go Bronx. Farrell is touched.
Personal foul on number 14, Tian.
That's 7 on Houston. 1-1 for Farrell. Farrell a perfect 4 for 4 from the line today. Missed last year his senior season at UMass of the A-10 with injury. Finished his degree, transferred here for his final season of eligibility. Misses the free throw. Houston the rebound. Womack, right wing House. Back to Womack, left wing. Stops in the left corner. Stiggers misses. Rebound Hines. Another chance for the Bronx to tie it. Toivonen to Farrell. Farrell comes in and draws more contact.
UTPA is in the penalty now. They're going to the basket, getting fouled. It's so important. They need to make these free throws. Keep the pressure on Houston right now.
His first, team's 8th. At the line for the Bronx, number 3, Javon Farrell. Shooting a 1-1.
Javon Farrell, another 1-1. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Christian Hildebrandt back in. Justin Leathers going to get a breather. Leathers and Hillebrand went to junior college together. Leathers a year ahead. Hildebrandt coming over from Johnson County in Overland Park, Kansas.
Lived there for a year.
Nice place.
There you go. Beautiful.
59, 9:15 left.
UTPA shifted to man-to-man, throwing a little wrinkle on the defense.
Stiggers against Hildebrandt. Womack underneath. There's the basket by Thomas. Houston again up 2. Boga, the right wing Hines. Up top to Farrell, who pushes Womack, and Womack gets called for the foul. His second. That's 9. Veteran move by Farrell to draw the foul. Josh Cleveland back in. Laurie Toivonen takes a seat.
At the line for the Bronx, number 3, Jawan Farrell. Shooting a 1-and-1.
Rims out. Rebound Thomas. Stiggers. No good, but a foul.
Looks like the refs are tightening it up, calling everything going to the basket now.
Hildebrandt picks up his first foul. The Bronx are at 7.
At the line for the Cougars, number 21, Gerard Stiggers.
Stiggers shooting 2. Three-point game. Stiggers trying to make it a 2-possession game. He does. 63-59 Houston. 8.5 minutes to play. Boga. Right wing Hines. Back to Boga. Coach Hipsher screaming out a play with what's left of his voice. To Boga at the top. And Coach Hipsher wants a timeout.
He didn't like where that possession was going, and he knows how important it is with 8 minutes left. They need to get a good shot. He wants to make sure they get one right here with that timeout.
Don't want to fall behind farther. 2 possessions, got to keep it close.
Momentum so important for the game and for the confidence of your team. You really have to keep the confidence up. It's a very big important possession for the Bronx.
It also ensures that his team can hear him.
Yeah.
Did you ever have any trouble trying to call out a play because of a loud arena or a hoarse voice?
Absolutely. It's I'll say right here against RGV Vipers when they have the kids game in the afternoon and they pack the place with all those young kids screaming, you can't hear anything in that place. That's where, as a coach, you have verbal signals and you got hand signals. And, much like football, it's very important for your point guard and your team to understand what play you want, what you want out of that play. They got to get into something pretty quick here.
Boga pulls up. Off the back iron, rebound Thomas. Underneath the house, blocked. Foul Cleveland.
Personal foul on number 25, Josh Cleveland, is 4th.
Cleveland has 4 fouls now. Bronx have 8. And Laurie Toivonen's waiting to check back in. House connects on the first.
Houston is capitalizing on all their free throws. It's a big difference right now. UTPA struggled, missed 4 in a row.
Houston now 7 of 8 from the line in the second half. The Bronx are 7 of 14. That's the difference. 65-59. It's a full 2-possession game. Justin Leathers will check in at the next dead ball. Boga on the left wing. A whistle, and we're up against immediate timeout. 7:54 to play. The Bronx down 65-59. You're watching Bronx basketball.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse alongside Associate Head Coach of the Rio Grande Valley Vipers, the NBA D-League affiliate of the Houston Rockets, Paul McKeskey. This is Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 7 minutes and 54 seconds remaining in this one. And the Bronx, who have taken the lead on multiple occasions here in the second half, led as recently as 59, or were tied at 59-59, led 57-55. Now trailing 65-59 as Houston has scored the last 6 points in this game. 4 of them on free throws. Thomas a layup. Stiggers with 2 free throws. House with 2 free throws.
Fans, I've just been told there are now dollar hot dogs at the concession stand.
Oh, see you later, dollar hot dogs.
One of my favorite promotions.
I'm a little hungry right now.
Boga connects on the free throw. Well, I mean, you were a world-class athlete. You could sprint there and back without missing anything, right?
The key phrase in there is were.
You even had a world-class mustache.
Easy.
Both free throws good, 65-61. Bronx back within 4 with 7:50 to go. Womack, basketball right wing. Justin Leathers is back in. Toivonen at the 5, Leathers the 4, Dantzler in at the 3, Farrell the 2, Boga the 1. And a foul.
The way it's been going, it looks like it might be a free throw contest towards the end of the game. We'll see who's better free throw shooter.
At the line, number 35, Tayshaun Thomas.
Thomas connects on the first. He'll get a second. Houston is now 16 for 21 from the line, better than 75%. The Bronx 17 of 27, that's 63%. Both teams about even in the first half. Bronx 8 for 11, Houston 8 for 12. Here in the second half, Houston 8 for 10, the Bronx 9 for 16. 5-point game. Boga. Farrell along the baseline. Out to Leathers right wing. Top of the key, Dantzler for an open 3. Doesn't fall. Rose, alley-oop. Gerard Stiggers. And it's a 3-possession game for the first time in a long time.
Houston zone's really been bothering UTPA to get a good shot.
Traveling, Houston ball. And Coach Hipsher calls for a timeout. Well, he doesn't want to let this one.
Correction. No traveling violation. Timeout.
Okay, no traveling violation.
Timely timeout by Coach. right before the travel.
That worked out.
Yeah, it looks not good. Like calling a timeout before the guy kicks a field goal, right?
Yeah. So Coach Hipster gets the timeout. It saves a turnover, so the Bronx will still have the ball with 26 on the shot clock, 7:07 on the game clock. Down by 7. Of course, this is nothing for the Bronx. They were down 14 with 8 minutes to go against Sam Houston State on Friday. Got back to within 1 in the closing seconds on 2 different occasions before ultimately falling by 4. So they look at 7 points and say, that's nothing.
Like I said before, though, it looks like Houston's zone has been bothering them. So it's important to push the ball, get it down the floor before their zone gets a chance to set up.
Dantzler inbounds Boga right wing. Comes around the high screen to Toivonen. Boga puts it up, misses. Rebound Houston. Womack will start it up for the House. Lobs it inside to Thomas. Thomas turns around against Toivonen, misses. Rebound, tipped in. 70-61 Cougars. Boga, right wing Farrell. Top of the key, Boga, inside to Leathers. Right wing Farrell, up top to Boga.
UTPA a little hesitant to take a shot now.
Leathers, left elbow leaner, no. Rebound. Comes to Houston, and Thomas goes down. Blinking his eyes as if he got hit in the face. And Laurie Toivonen with 2, the Bronx over the limit. Well, Shaquille Hines is about to replace Jamal Dantzler. Dantzler waits by the scorer's table for the first free throw. Off the front iron.
Point in the game, UTPA can't get scared now. They got to stay aggressive. Got to go to the basket, take good shots. They've lost some of their aggressiveness the last 2 or 3 minutes of this game.
Second shot, no good, is good. It's 71-61, 10-point advantage for Houston. Houston still in that zone, why not? Farrell left wing, Boga at the top, right wing Hines. Leathers down low to Toivonen, finds the open layup.
That way they worked the zone well, got it inside for a nice easy layup. Now we need to stop here.
Womack holds up his hand to call it the play. Rose on the left wing. Right wing Womack. Womack steps in for 2.
They gave him that shot.
And here come the Bronx with Farrell. No good. Rebound Hines is good. It's a 2-possession game again.
Great offensive rebound, tip back, staying alert, keeping playing, keeping the ball alive.
Womack at the top of the key, goes to left wing House. Down low, Thomas. Blocked.
Looked like a jump ball from here, called a foul. It's okay to be a homer, right, John?
Sure. I mean, there are at least 1,500, maybe more, referees in the stands that disagree and agree with you.
I can't get a technical here. I like that.
Thomas misses the free throw.
What do they say? Ball don't lie.
Hildebrand in, Hines out. No good. Well worked out. Wait a minute.
Oh, violation.
So another opportunity for Thomas.
Cougars get another free throw.
Bronx faithful making noise. Good.
Hat trick, 3 in a row.
And boy, did that work out, because with the jump ball, the Bronx would have had possession. Now they keep the arrow. Hildebrand left wing for 3. Too strong.
That would have been a big shot right there.
Double dribble. Bronx ball. 4:48 on the clock. The Bronx within 6. Leathers finds Boga. Right wing Farrell gives it to Boga. Bounce to Hildebrand left wing. Top of the key to Boga. Farrell. Farrell feeds Hildebrand left wing Boga. 15 on the shot clock, and his pass gets deflected out of bounds and remains Bronx ball.
Coach thinking about calling a timeout here, get a shot set up. Decided to save it, I think.
Boga gets it on the inbound. 10 on the shot clock. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. On the ground. Picked up by Leathers with 1, and his shot is blocked.
Tough possession there. They didn't get a shot off in time.
All Coach Hipcher can do is sit down, put his hands together in a clasp, and watch. Bronx need another stop to try and keep this as a 2-possession game. Stiggers left wing. Pass forced inside, now outside Rose, travels! Bronx ball! When we return. 3 minutes, 50 seconds to play. The Bronx within 71-65. This is Bronx basketball.
I want you to come see us today at your new Buick GMC dealer, South Texas Buick GMC.
Come test drive the all-new 2014 GMC Sierra and drive it home for just $399 a month.
South Texas being GMC.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission.
Aggie up.
Bronx Country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
In front of a season-high crowd of 1,432, the Bronx playing a tight one against the University of Houston. Down 6 with 3:50 to go, and the Bronx with possession.
Another important possession right here. They've been battling all night. Key basket right here would help them stay in this game. Of course, we said that a few times tonight. Houston staying in that zone, 2-3.
Farrell with the basketball for the Bronx. Tries to pass it out, it's intercepted on the way. Womack walking into the lane. Thomas at the top, back to Womack. Ball into the corner, now back out to Rose. Stiggers on the left wing. Farrell comes to meet him. Back to Rose with 13. Houston has taken their time. House left wing. Left corner, open three for Stiggers is good. It's a 9-point game.
Big three right there from the corner.
Boga to the right wing, Toivonen. Back to Boga at the top. Boga for three. Nope. Rebound goes out. It's off of Houston. Bronx retain. Bronx 0 for 6 from behind the arc in the second half. They were 4 for 9 in the first half. Farrell looks for Toivonen, who can't hang on.
2 turnovers in a row. Tough. It's like Houston slow it down, probably pull out for pick and roll action here.
That clock has become their best friend. Womack back to Rose with 3, 2. Thomas, an off-balance shot. Oh, was almost tipped. They'll call the shot clock violation. Well, I mean, either way, the Bronx were to get the ball back. Houston thinks it hit the rim first, but the Bronx got the rebound, so. Minute 59 to go. Bronx down 9.
Substitution for the Bronx, number 24, Shaquille Hines.
Shaquille Hines is in. Laurie Toivonen out. Christian Hildebrand, Shaquille Hines, Justin Leathers make up the front court. Farrell at the 2, Boga at the 1.
Houston switched to a man-to-man, it looks like.
Boga.
3 turnovers in a row.
Rose fouled. Hard. Farrell might have actually gotten the worst of that. Both are up.
Personal foul is on number 44, Christian Hildebrand. His second. Bronx are over the limit. At the line for the Cougars, number 5,
Christian Hildebrand with 2.
Shooting 2.
LJ Rose shooting 2. 4-possession game.
UTPA has to speed up the game now. They don't have a choice. Minute 43 left, see if they can get a couple quick threes, get to the basket, foul, stop the clock, and an offensive rebound just took that idea out of the mix.
So that 35-second shot clock, you could really kill a clock.
Probably time to think about maybe fouling the right person right here.
Ten on the shot clock, a minute 18 to go. So they do end up getting the foul, not a purpose foul, but 30 seconds came off that clock before that foul happened, and now Rose heads to the line.
At the line for the Cougars, number 5, LJ Rose, shooting 2.
Wiping up some sweat off the floor. First shot good, 11-point game. Rose 6 of 7 from the line now. Houston 11 of 17 from the line in the second half, 19 for 29 overall. That's 66%. And now it's a little better. It's a 12-point game. Boga, Farrell, Hildebrandt, NBA three on the way. Womack the long rebound. Minute to go. A lot of time ticking off that clock. And it doesn't look like the Bronx are going to foul. On the shot clock. Ball thrown out of bounds and caught by UTPA Assistant Athletic Director for Administration, Farah Manti, sitting next to my wife.
Nice catch. Real nice catch. She was open.
Bronx ball with, actually, I think the shot clock should be off. Or maybe there's less than a second differential, but now it's off. 12-point game. House coming in and slips, loses it out, but Boga, I guess, tipped it on the way, so Houston retains 77-65.
UTPA with a nice battle against a really good college basketball team in Houston. Just couldn't come up with it at the end.
Final score 77-65. Houston defeats UTPA. And Coach, I mean, if you were a coach in this situation, I mean, while it's easy to get down on a loss, is this the kind of thing that you almost beat a team like Houston, a power conference team? I mean, it's hard to hang your head over something like that.
Yeah, you battled hard, you stuck in the game. Unfortunately, turnovers 3 in a row hurt you. Free throws 4 in a row hurt you. But you're right there, and you battled against one of the better teams you'll play. So you have something to build on. You can't be satisfied or happy with the loss, but it is something to build on. And, UTPA should feel not great, but okay coming out of this game and get prepared for the next opponent. If they keep on this path and keep doing the positive things they can do, and eliminate the turnovers and maybe work on their free throws a little bit, it's a sign of good things to come. And you have to stay positive as a coach. You never want the players to be satisfied with a loss. However, quite frankly, there are worse losses than some losses are worse than others. And if it could be said that there is not a worse loss, this is probably one of them. It's something to build on. They have some stuff to work on. Which as a coach, you always try to get better and work on the little things. But you can't be too down on your team. They played really hard. They battled from the first play of the game to the last. They battled, and it's only going to get better from here.
Coming up on Bronx Postgame after a timeout, we'll take a look at the final numbers, and then we'll be joined by Bronx head coach Dan Hipsher. Bronx fall to the Cougars of Houston, 77-65. You're watching Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you on Bronx Postgame. The Bronx fall to the University of Houston Cougars 77-65. Put up a heck of a fight, but ultimately fell a little short. We take a look at some of the final numbers. We will start with visiting Houston, leading all scorers with 19 points and 14 rebounds. Tayshawn Thomas, 7 of 10 from the field, 5 for 10 from the line. 2 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal. 16 points, LJ Rose, 6 assists, 3 steals, 4 of 6 shooting, 7 of 8 from the line. 15 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, Daniel House. 11 points, 4 of 9 shooting for Gerard Stiggers. After that, 7 points for Brandon Morris, 4 points for LaRon Barnes, 4 for Mikhail McLean, and 1 for J.J. Richardson. The Cougars 27 of 52 from the field. That is 52%. 3 of 13 from behind the arc, 23%, and 20 of 30 from the line, 67%. 39 rebounds, 13 offensive, compared to 28 and 9 by the Bronx. Bronx led in scoring by Shaquille Boga, 15 points, 5 of 14 from the field, 5 of 6 from the line, 2 boards, 3 assists, and a steal. Check that, Javon Farrell led the Bronx. He had 16 points, 5 of 12 shooting, 6 of 8 from the line, 2 boards, an assist, and a steal. Justin Leathers, 10 points, 2 of 4 shooting, 2 of 2 from behind the arc, 4 for 4 from the line, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block. 6 points, 7 rebounds, Shaquille Hines. 6 points, 3 rebounds, Josh Cleveland. 6 points, Christian Hildebrandt. 3 points, Jamal Dantzler. 2 for Laurie Toivonen, and 1 for Hurley Johnson. The Bronx shot 22 for 51 from the field. That's 43%. 4 of 17 from behind the arc, 24%. And 17 of 27 from the line. That's 63%. Points in the paint. Houston a big advantage, 40-24. Points off turnovers, 22-16 Cougars. Second chance points, 13-10 Cougars. On the fast break, it was 10-0 Cougars. Bronx bench outscored the Houston bench 16-12. There were 5 lead changes and 12 ties. We give you all these numbers, but the only ones that matter, 77-65. The Houston Cougars defeat the UTPA Bronx. Houston improves to 2-0. The Bronx off to an 0-2 start. We'll take one more timeout. When we come back, we'll be joined by Bronx head coach Dan Hipscher. You're watching Bronx basketball.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission.
Aggie up.
Bronx country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
I want you to come see us today at your new Buick GMC dealer, South Texas Buick GMC.
Come test drive the all-new 2014 GMC Sierra and drive it home for just $399 a month.
South Texas Buick GMC.
understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics. Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you on Bronx Postgame as the Bronx fall to the University of Houston Cougars by a score of 77-65. Bronx next game is against Houston Tillotson University on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Not 7, but 6 p.m. Mark your calendars for that. We'll be on the air with you at 5:50. Or actually, we might be on the air with you at 5:45. I noticed we started 5 minutes earlier today than Friday, so if that's going to be the normal time, that we start on the hour instead of 5 minutes after the hour, then we'll start 5 minutes earlier. So watch UTPABronx.com. I'll list the pregame time in the preview story. Houston Tillotson is 0-1 this season. They fell to Texas A&M Corpus Christi in Corpus on Friday, 79-45. One player really stood out for Houston Tillotson, though, Terry Johnson. He scored 20 points, 5 of 14 shooting, 10 of 16 from the line, 7 rebounds, 2 steals. Houston Tillotson of the Red River Athletic Conference, they're in the NAIA. The Bronx playing them as part of the Texas A&M Corpus Christi tournament that's going on this weekend. Bronx get to play Tennessee Tech, IPFW, and Texas A&M Corpus Christi Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And Houston Tillotson is part of the deal, so they play them on Wednesday here at the Fieldhouse. So that is a 6 o'clock start, 5:50 on your pregame. Catch all the action right here at 956sports.com. Bronx 4-4 all time against Houston Tillotson. They've won their last 3. They've been playing since 1956. All the losses in 1960 or earlier. They've only played 3 times since the turn of the century. Bronx have won all 3, twice by blowout scores. So again, 6 o'clock start, 5:50 pregame. If you're in the Valley, tickets and information go to utpabronx.com. Well, as Coach McCaskey said, and I'll reiterate, the Bronx nothing to hang their heads about. I mean, if there is such a thing as a good loss, this would be the one. Bronx played hard. They played tough against a really good Houston team. Houston team that will probably be playing postseason basketball. And in this test, although the Bronx fell a little short, to be able to play with them this early in the season, I think says a lot about the potential for this team. And really, at the end of the day, you're always gearing for conference play. You're gearing for WAC play. You want to make sure you're there by the start of WAC play. And if the Bronx are already here, and it's only the second non-conference game of the season, just imagine where they can be once they get there at the start of WAC play. And that's not until January 2nd. The Bronx, quite a few games until then. So we'll see what the Bronx are able to do as they attempt to keep improving going forward. We're playing a lot of games on the road after this Houston Tillotson game. Houston Tillotson completes the 3-game homestand, then the Bronx play 7 straight on the road, 3 at the Corpus Christi tournament, then 4 other stops, UTSA, Lamar, Bradley, SIU, Edwardsville. Come home against UTSA on December 7th, but then at TCU, at SMU, before hosting Duquesne December 29th. They have a non-conference tilt at Texas A&M right after starting conference play, and then after that, it's all WAC play the rest of the way. Well, we'll take one more time out and see if Coach Hipsher will be coming out. If not, we'll be back in a moment to wrap it up. Bronx fall to Houston, 77-65. You're watching Bronx basketball.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission.
Aggie up.
Bronx Country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Well, we're back at the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you, where the Bronx fall to Houston 77-65, and I do not see any sign of Coach Hipsher at this point. One of the assistant coaches just came out and poked his head around. I saw one of the players come out already in street clothes and poke his head around, so I'm not sure that he's going to come out today. So we'll wrap things up from the Fieldhouse, where the Bronx fall to Houston 77-65. Again, Bronx back in action on Wednesday. It's a 6 o'clock start, 5:50 pregame. Catch all the action right here on 956sports.com. If you're in the area, tickets are still available, utpabronx.com for more information. But that'll do it for us from the UTPA Fieldhouse. I'd like to thank everybody out there for tuning in. This has been a presentation of Bronx Basketball. For more information, you can log on to utpabronx.com. If you'd ever like to reach us, send an email. Our contact information is up on the website under Inside Athletics. Click on the staff directory. But for now, for my on-site producer engineer, the one and only Dylan Badura, the man in the control room, Rolio Villarreal, the entire camera crew, Paul McKeskey for joining us on color commentary, and Jack Vala, wherever you are. This is Jonah Goldberg saying good night from the UTPA Fieldhouse, Bronx Fall, 77-65.